The wind howls across the Scottish Highlands. Shadows stretch across the stone walls of Fraser's Ridge. Secrets lie buried, waiting to resurface, and every choice could shatter the fragile peace the Frasers have fought so hard to build. Season 8 is coming, and nothing will be as it seems. Old alliances will fracture, new threats will rise, and the love and loyalty of the Fraser family will be tested like never before. Are you ready to step back into the world where danger hides in? Every corner and every heart carries a story waiting to explode. This story opens with a quiet that feels almost unnatural. The Frasers have survived countless battles, crossed oceans, and faced betrayals that would break any ordinary family. Now, at Fraser's Ridge, there is a stillness that feels both comforting and fragile. The fields sway gently in the wind, the rivers sparkle under the sun, and the laughter of family echoes through the halls, but beneath it all, there is tension, like the faint hum of a storm on the horizon. Claire and Jamie, the heart of this saga, stand together, yet the weight of the past seasons lingers in their eyes. Every glance, every touch, speaks of a love forged in fire. But even the strongest love is not immune to the world's unpredictable cruelty. Brianna and Roger navigate the delicate balance of family life and looming responsibilities. Their connection has grown stronger through hardship. Yet Season 8 promises to test their patience, their resilience, and their trust. The Ridge, once a sanctuary, now carries whispers of unease. Neighbors, visitors, and even old friends carry secrets that could unravel everything the Frasers have fought to protect. Each hallway, each candlelit room seems to hold the weight of unspoken fears. The camera lingers on simple things: a hand brushing against a familiar wall, the flicker of firelight across a worried face, a letter left unopened on the table. These small details hint at the challenges that lie ahead. Without revealing the danger too soon, while life continues with its daily rhythms, horses being tended, crops being harvested, meals shared around worn wooden tables, there is an unmistakable sense that this calm is fleeting. Storm clouds gather beyond the mountains, and the distant echoes of conflict stir the air. The characters move through their lives with caution, their smiles carrying traces of anxiety, their laughter tinged with fear. Even the animals seem to sense it, the horses restless in their stables, the dogs pausing to stare into empty fields, as if warning of something unseen. The Frasers' world is one of beauty and tradition, yet it teeters on the edge of upheaval. Every gesture, every whispered conversation hints at choices that may have far-reaching consequences. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows across Fraser's Ridge, the audience feels the tension rising. The Ridge is a place of hope, love, and belonging, but it is also a stage set for trials that will challenge loyalty, courage, and the very essence of family. Season 8 is not just a continuation of the Frasers' journey, it is a test of everything they hold dear. And in this quiet before the storm, one truth becomes clear. Nothing, not even love itself, can remain untouched by the coming trials. The calm is temporary, the storm is inevitable, and the story is far from over. Even in moments of peace, the past never truly leaves the Ridge. Season 7 left cracks in the Frasers' world, tiny fractures that seem almost invisible at first, yet carry the weight of storms yet to come. Faces linger in memory, choices echo in the wind, and the landscape itself seems to hold stories that are waiting to resurface. Jamie's quiet strength has been tested in ways no one else can understand. Every decision he made, every risk he took shaped the path of his family, and some consequences are only beginning to reveal themselves. Claire, ever resilient, carries scars that are both seen and unseen. Her wisdom has grown sharper, her instincts keener. Yet even she cannot predict every danger that threatens the ones she loves most. Brianna and Roger's journey through the previous season planted the seeds for change, hope, growth, but also lingering uncertainty. Their bond, forged in trials of distance, loss, and survival, now faces a new reality. The Ridge is no longer just a sanctuary. It is a crossroads of futures and fears. Every glance they exchange, every choice they make, ripples outward, touching lives in ways they cannot yet comprehend. The audience senses that what has already happened is only part of a much larger story, a story where old wounds may reopen. And new challenges lurk behind familiar smiles. Even the land tells its own tale. Fields once tilled in quiet harmony now carry whispers of past struggles. Forests conceal secrets, and rivers murmur with memories of paths taken and dangers narrowly avoided. Objects once mundane, family heirloom, a locked chest, a torn letter become symbols of history and hints of what is to come. Faceless shots linger on these items, letting viewers feel the weight of the past without a single word from the characters themselves. It is a storytelling technique that makes the Ridge a living, breathing entity, as vital to the story as any person. Season 7 also introduced forces both human and circumstantial that will continue to shape the narrative. Allies may falter, strangers may arrive with hidden agendas, and the consequences of one moment can cascade across generations. The calm that greeted the Frasers at the start of Season 8 is fragile, constructed on the delicate balance of trust, love, and courage. And the audience senses almost instinctively that the Ridge will never be the same. In this space between past and future, shadows of the past merge with hints of change, setting the stage for conflicts that are as intimate as they are epic. By revisiting the echoes of Season 7 with this unique perspective, viewers feel both nostalgia and anticipation. They are reminded that the Frasers' victories were hard-won, their losses deeply felt, and that the next chapter will demand everything from them: their hearts, their loyalty, and their courage. The Ridge is no longer just home. It is the starting point for a story that will test the very essence of family, love, and survival. And as the wind whispers through the trees and the sun dips behind distant hills, one truth becomes impossible to ignore: the past is never truly gone, and its shadows will shape every moment of what is to come. Asterisk beneath the wide skies of the Highlands, every Fraser carries a story that is theirs alone, but the choices of one ripple through them all. Jamie, the anchor of this family, feels the weight of leadership like never before. Every decision he makes could protect or destroy, and yet some dangers are beyond even his control. Shadows from old enemies creep closer, and whispers of betrayal drift on the wind. His strength is tested not only in battle but in moments of tonance, quiet doubt, where the right choice is never clear and the wrong one could shatter the fragile balance he has fought to maintain. Every glance toward Claire is loaded with unspoken fears. For the family, for the Ridge, for the unknown challenges that lie ahead. Claire, a healer and a strategist, is more than ever aware that survival depends on foresight. Yet even she cannot foresee the emotional storms brewing within her own heart. Season 8 forces her to navigate not only the threats that come from outside, but the subtle fractures that appear within. Every whisper of danger, every fleeting glance of mistrust carries weight. She senses the tension between loyalty and love, between duty and desire, and realizes that even those she trusts most may harbor secrets. Her hands, which have saved lives countless times, tremble slightly when faced with choices that may not have a perfect outcome. The Ridge may be a sanctuary, but even sanctuary can be fragile. Brianna and Roger find themselves walking a narrow path between hope and uncertainty. Their bond has deepened through trials, yet the outside world threatens to pull them in opposite directions. Responsibilities, ambitions, and the haunting echoes of past events test their trust and patience. Every conversation carries subtext. Every shared glance a silent question. Can love endure when life's storms are relentless? They must navigate the growing tension between protecting the family and following their own hearts. Even small misunderstandings take on amplified meaning. And the ridge, once a place of comfort, feels claustrophobic under the weight of expectation and impending danger. The supporting characters, too, face arcs that intertwine with the central family, creating a tapestry of tension and intrigue. Friends, neighbors, and even strangers hold pieces of secrets that could ignite conflict at any moment. Alliances shift, loyalties are tested, and personal desires clash with family duty. Each character moves through the story with a hidden purpose. Their intentions revealed slowly, like shadows cast at dusks, sometimes comforting, sometimes ominous. The audience is drawn into these silent battles, understanding that the real war is not just against external enemies, but against the fears, doubts, and desires within the heart. Season 8's tension is not loud. It is intimate, almost suffocating. It exists in quiet moments. A hand hovering over a sword, a letter left unopened on the desk, a gaze held a second too long. The drama is in the silences, in the unspoken fears, in the emotions that flare when eyes meet and hearts race. Every Fraser carries their own private storm. Yet the convergence of these storms will determine the fate of the family and the ridge itself. Love, loyalty, and courage are tested in ways no one expects. And even the strongest bonds may be stretched to their breaking point. Not all storms come with thunder. Some arrive quietly, creeping into the corners of a home, a mind, a family. Season 8 introduces forces that are more subtle, yet far more dangerous than the battles of the past. There are enemies whose faces we may never fully see, whose intentions are hidden behind polite words or fleeting smiles. Old rivalries simmer beneath the surface, and new adversaries emerge, carrying ambitions that could unravel everything the Frasers have built. The audience feels it in the tension of a closed door, the rustle of leaves on a quiet path, the distant echo of a footstep that shouldn't be there. Jamie and Claire are no strangers to danger. But this season tests them in ways they have never faced. The threats are not only physical, they are political, emotional, and moral. Letters with cryptic messages arrive. Alliances shift unpredictably. And every visitor could carry a secret capable of toppling the delicate balance of the ridge. Even familiar faces may harbor hidden motives, forcing the Frasers to question whom they can trust. Suspicion becomes a weapon, and caution is no longer just wisdom, it is survival. Every decision, no matter how small, could ripple outward, triggering consequences that are impossible to predict. Meanwhile, Brianna and Roger must navigate dangers that feel less direct but are no less threatening. Threats to their family, their home, and their future arise from unexpected quarters. Friends may conceal truths, neighbors may act with hidden agendas, and events from the past may return to demand reckoning. The ridge, once a sanctuary, now feels like a delicate stage where one misstep could set the entire story in motion. Every shadowed corridor, every locked chest, every flickering candlelight becomes a symbol of hidden threats waiting to surface. Season 8's villains are not defined merely by swords or gunpowder. They are defined by secrets, strategy, and patience. The danger is psychological as much as it is physical. The tension grows in small, subtle ways. A horse startled without reason, a whispered warning at dusk, a figure seen from afar and then gone. These unseen threats create an ever-present sense of unease, reminding the audience that peace is temporary and that danger often hides where we least expect it. The story becomes a careful dance of trust, vigilance, and courage, where the Frasers must confront not only what they can see, but what they cannot. As the camera lingers on the landscape, fog rolling over hills, waves crashing on distant shores, shadows stretching across stone walls, the audience senses the storm gathering. Season 8 promises more than battles. It promises intrigue, suspense, and consequences that will reach deep into the hearts of every character. The Frasers may stand united, but the shadows rising around them threaten to test their strength, their loyalty, and their very survival. The stakes are higher than ever, and the ridge, no matter how sacred, is now a battlefield for hearts, minds, and the future itself. Asterisk in the Highlands. Every stone, every river, every gust of wind seems to carry meaning. Season 8 is not just about battles or schemes, it is about the quiet forces that shape hearts and destinies. Love, in all its forms, pulses through the ridge like an unseen current. It is fierce, complicated, and sometimes dangerous. Jamie and Claire have weathered storms that could have broken anyone. Yet their bond endures not because life is easy, but because they fight together for what matters most. Their love is a thread woven through time, tested by every betrayal, every danger, and every sacrifice. And in this season, that thread will be pulled taut in ways neither of them could imagine. Family, too, is a living, breathing force. Brianna and Roger, their hearts intertwined, confront challenges that go beyond survival. They must navigate loyalties, responsibilities, and the fragile line between protecting those they love and pursuing their own paths. The ridge itself becomes a symbol of family. The soil nourishes, the forests shelter, the rivers carry memories. Every corner of this land holds stories of generations past, whispers of lessons learned, and echoes of promises kept. The audience sees not just a home, but a living testament to resilience, hope, and the quiet power of connection. Season 8 also explores the duality of light and shadow. Every joyous moment is mirrored by tension. Every calm hides potential storm. Fire illuminates faces, yet casts shadows behind. Sunlight warms the fields, yet storms loom on the horizon. Objects and imagery, letters, rings, weapons, distant hills become symbols of the choices the characters make. Each prop carries weight, each gesture hints at unseen truths. Even the smallest detail, a candle flickering in a quiet room. Horse stamping in the distance, a solitary figure standing on a ridge tells a story of loyalty, courage, and the cost of love. Themes of forgiveness, sacrifice, and survival weave through the season like threads of gold and silver. Characters are not only tested by enemies and danger, but by their own hearts. Decisions are never simple. Emotions are never straightforward, and the consequences are rarely immediate. Every action echoes through the lives of those around them, teaching lessons about resilience, understanding, and the price of living true to one's heart. In this way, Season 8 is as much a journey inward as it is a battle outward, a study of courage in its most human form. Ultimately, the essence of this season is connection, the ties that hold the Frasers together, the love that drives their choices, the loyalty that shapes their survival. The audience is reminded that in a world full of secrets and shadows, it is these invisible threads that sustain them. And as the mist rolls over the hills and the rivers shimmer in the fading light, one truth becomes clear. No matter the trials, no matter the threats, love, loyalty, and courage remain the most powerful forces of all. Season 8 promises not just action, but a journey that touches the heart, challenges the soul, and leaves every viewer waiting for what comes next. Asterisk. The horizon darkens with the promise of trials that will shake the Frasers to their core. Season 8 is not just another chapter. It is a crescendo, a symphony of tension, courage, and heartache. Every moment feels charged, as if the land itself holds its breath in anticipation. Battles may be fought with sword and gun, but the true conflicts are woven into the very fabric of relationships, loyalties, and hearts. The audience feels the weight of what is coming, not through words alone, but through the tension in the air, the rustle of trees, the distant rumble of unseen forces gathering strength. Jamie stands on the precipice of choices that will define not just his family, but the legacy of Fraser's Ridge. The camera lingers on him in silhouette, wind tugging at his coat, eyes fixed on the horizon. the weight of responsibility etched into every line of his face. Claire moves beside him, a steady presence, yet her gaze reveals the storms that rage within. Together, they face threats that are bigger, smarter, and more dangerous than ever before. Each challenge demands courage, strategy, and a willingness to risk everything for the people they love. Every glance, every pause, every heartbeat becomes a story in itself, inviting the audience to feel the tension as if it were their own. Meanwhile, Brianna and Roger confront moments that are both intimate and harrowing. From the quiet of the ridge to the unknown beyond, every decision carries stakes that could change their lives forever. Their love will be tested in ways that push boundaries and force them to confront fears they never imagined. Season 8 doesn't just promise danger, it promises moments of breathtaking emotional intensity, where triumphs are hard-won, and even victory carries a shadow. Faceless shots, hands clasped tightly, letters exchanged in secrecy. Shadows passing through corridors create suspense, while keeping the focus on emotion rather than faces. The landscape itself mirrors the tension. Rivers churn with hidden currents. Storms break across the Highlands, and the sun casts long shadows over craggy hills. The environment becomes a character, in its own right, echoing the inner struggles of the Frasers and their allies. Symbolic imagery: horses galloping through mist, firelight flickering in darkened halls. Distant cannon smoke rising on the horizon sets the stage for epic confrontations that are both physical and emotional. Every frame, every sound, every subtle movement contributes to the anticipation of events that will define the season, as the ridge braces for what is to come. The audience senses the inevitability of conflict. Season 8 promises more than action. It promises revelation, reckoning, and raw human emotion on a scale that only Outlander can deliver. Every moment is charged with suspense, the quiet before the storm, the whisper of secrets ready to explode. The fragile threads of love and loyalty stretch to their limits. And in this crescendo of anticipation, one truth becomes undeniable. The coming season will leave no heart untouched, no family untested, and no story unresolved. The stage is set. The players are ready. The storm approaches, and with it, a season that will be remembered for its intensity, its beauty, and its undeniable power. The night descends on Fraser's Ridge, blanketing the land in shadows and silence, yet the air is electric with tension. Every tree, every hill, every ripple in the river seems to hum with anticipation. Season 8 is poised on the edge of destiny, where choices will ignite consequences no one can predict. The Frasers stand at the crossroads of love, loyalty, and survival, every heartbeat a reminder that nothing in their world is guaranteed. And every whisper carries the weight of what is to come. Jamie and Claire, the unshakable pillars of the family, are caught between past and future, memory and reality. Their bond, tested through decades of hardship, faces challenges that demand more than courage. They demand absolute faith in each other. Every glance they share is a promise, every hesitation a warning. The calm of the ridge may appear eternal, but beneath it, currents of danger and change flow with unstoppable force. The audience feels this tension, sensing that every secret, every decision, every action could tip the balance and redefine the future of the Frasers forever. Brianna, Roger, and the next generation of the family confront the unknown with hope and fear intertwined. Their journey is one of discovery, love, and resilience, but even the strongest hearts are not immune to the trials ahead. Season 8 will test them not only against external threats, but against the invisible challenges that dwell within the doubts, the fears, the desires that can shape destinies as much as swords or schemes. Every quiet moment, every lingering shadow, tells the story of a family on the brink of profound change, where triumphs and tragedies are intertwined like threads in a tapestry. And beyond the ridge, unseen forces gather. Threats, old and new, circle closer, their intentions hidden, their power undeniable. The landscape itself becomes a stage for drama, and destiny storms crash across the Highlands. Rivers swell with unspoken warnings, and distant hills seem to whisper secrets only the wind can carry. The season promises epic confrontations, shocking revelations, and emotional moments that will resonate long after the credits roll. As the camera slowly pulls back, revealing Fraser's Ridge under a sky tinged with fire and shadow, one thought becomes impossible to ignore. Nothing is certain, everything is at stake, and every viewer will be on the edge of their seat. Season 8 of Outlander is coming, and it will demand your heart, your attention, and your imagination. The story continues, the battles rise, and the Frasers' journey is far from over. Prepare to step into a world where love is fierce, loyalty is tested, and destiny waits for no one. The storm is here and it is unstoppable.